Footwear.
Well, whoever it is, we line up and curtsy. I lead.
Why you?
Well, I'm used to this. I met the Duchess of Devonshire.
Met her? You cornered her. If you'd have stood any nearer, you'd have fell in her handbag.
It might be Princess Anne. No, she doesn't go around factories, does she? She leans towards Land Rovers in the jungle. It's more of a sleeveless flowers approach.
Prince Edward, is he factories?
No, it's theatres. He used to go to theatres with tea bags.
How do you know?
It were on news. He had this job and he had to turn up with a box of tea bags. Did you not see it?
No.
Yeah, because they filmed him going in and he's clutching this box of tea bags. Yeah, mission accomplished.
What kind of tea bag? Because there are so many different sorts nowadays.
Oh, that's right. There's been a revolution in tea bag technology in the last decade.
What? There's one cup for if you just want one cup.
Pot size.
Drawstring.
Pyramid.
And they're bringing one out for osteoporosis.
I have a see-through teapot with a plunger. I sent one over to New Zealand. It was so good.
What's that got to do with osteoporosis?
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't realise every topic had to link up. I didn't realise I was on Blockbusters.
Oh, missed it. What's the gen?
Oh.
Who's it going to be?
Dear Jean, I don't think Stan twigged the topic under discussion was osteoporosis.
Eh?
Well, Jean's some kind of discussion warden, Stan.
Oh, just because we're not all agog about your plunge teapot.
Well, at least I'm up to date with my refreshment china. At least I'm not offering round mugs that say I'm backing Britain.
I knew you'd been in my top cupboard.
Hey, Stan. Have you got one of those slippery floor warning cones? I've got 4. Not that people clock them. Folk rushing to urinate, they don't focus.
Must you? It was never like this at the Café Bonbon.
Why do you ask anyway, Tony? Recones. Hey? God, I don't know. I'm losing the will to live here.
Yes. Hi! What's that lovely perfume? Right, OK, we've been briefed. What's that? Would it be all right to wash it, do you think? I hate always having things dry clean, but sometimes even a cold water wash, they go sort of limp.
Hello?
Sorry. Right, the briefing. Now, the plan is that the royal party will arrive and go straight to the main boardroom, cup of tea, wash their hands and so on.
Royal party and visitors to avail themselves of the boardroom lavatory facilities, I assume?
Let me just...
Who's the royal?
It's His Royal Highness Prince James, the Duke of Danby.
The Duke of Danby?
Oh, yes.
Well, who is he?
Well, I'm not sure. I think he's one of the Queen's cousins, second cousin or...
And is he British?
Well, let me... Oh, well, I assumed he was British.
What type of skin tone are we talking here, do we think?
I don't honestly know.
Is he more of an African type royal?
I mean, he is royal. It's not Prince as in Duke Ellington.
Did they mention anything about underwear?
Not specifically.
Oh, because I was just wondering how we should play it with, bras and pants and...
We'll all be in your overalls.
Oh, I know.
So here I am. I've been along the top corridor, I've been in the big shed pressing buttons, and now I'm going to queue for my lunch.
Dinner.
He's not going to queue.
According to our briefing, he wants to be treated exactly the same way as the workers.
We assumed it would be a tablecloth job.
Silver service.
Silver what?
I'm talking city and guilds. This is when you had to work for a qualification.
Yeah, so did I.
Tony Blair. Stick 2 poems up in a bush shelter and call it a university.
So, they come in, queue up, we lay on our normal dinner.
Oh, I thought we'd do something a bit special, like a medieval banquet.
Oh, and we'd be like the serving wenches.
I'm not being a wench.
Go on, Philippa.
I'm too natty for a wench. You need more of a lived-in look, like Jean.
Look, if we were having a wench, we'd have Bren. Now leave it. Philippa.
Well, as I say, they just come in the normal way, collect a tray, queue up.
So, they stood there. Jean lobs a pie at them, Twink gobs in the coleslaw, Bren gives them the wrong change, Stan runs them over with the mop trolley. So far, going well.
They sit, they eat. Golly, that was lovely. Then the royal party get up, have a look round the kitchen.
Yes.
Chat to the girls.
No.
Duke has specifically requested.
Look, Line them up behind the counter. Divvy up with the gravy, bit of a curtsy, jolly good, carry on, end of encounter. I am not letting some poor beggar of a queen's cousin loose with this bunch of uplift bras, mood swings and nasty habits.
Excuse me, Tony, you got to give us a crack at actually talking to him. I mean, chatting to a bona fide old royal, that'd be great.
Yeah, great for you. You'll be asking him if he's ever seen the Inn of the Six Happiness. Dolly will be telling him what happens if you turn left at the bus station. Twinkle will be flogging him cut-price ecstasy.
I'm nearly laughing.
Jean will be dobbing the odd yeast infection into the conversation. Forget it.
No, really, I think we do have to abide by the wishes of the royal
Been
visitor.
in thrush?
I was.
And they have specifically requested.
Are you implying I insert thrush into general conversation?
You thrust thrush.
They want to meet the canteen workers in an
Thrush into the conversation.
You do. You thrust it in, you thrash it out.
So why do not?
Hang on. Are you calling me a thrush thruster?
And thrasher. You teeter on the thrush threshold, threatening to thrash.
And do the rest of you agree with this?
Yes.
This is what's going to happen. You can all go on the counter, but when the royals come round, you serve, you clear up, and you don't speak to them unless they speak to you.
Male maintenance person exiting female washroom premises.
Stan, royal party, you don't speak unless they do, right?
Understood. That's protocol. It stops your commoner overstepping the conversational mark.
You've had dealings, have you, Stan, with the royal family?
Oh, yes.
Where was this? Mustique?
No, it's Catrick Army Camp.
Who did you meet, Stan?
Him that's coming, James. He turned up with, what's he called? Hands behind his back, dog carts.
Prince Philip.
Yeah.
What's he like?
Well, I didn't meet Prince Philip. He was stood by this tank, laughing. And I was stood with this other lad. And we were whitewashing this basket that held volleyballs. And the Duke, Prince James, he came up.
What did he say?
Well, they're trained from birth to put people at their ease. And he come up and he said, whitewashing a basket, eh? It was like I'd known him all my life.
Go on.
And then he said, so what goes in there then?
What did you say? A load of balls?
Volleyballs. Go on, Stan.
I said, the intention, sir, is to fill it with volleyballs. And he was very interested, obviously, because they are trained to take a tremendous interest in day-to-day folk. But naturally, he was pressed for time, so he just said, very good, carry on. Which I did.
And when was this?
April 15th, 1967. A warmish day, 11:15.
Is nobody going home? Anybody fancy a gangbang on a cream cracker?
What's a gangbang?
It's people having sex in a bunch.
Well, how do they all fit on a cream cracker?
Bren, fetch a cream cracker.
I'll see you.
Bye, Jean.
My friend tried to do it on a dildo.
Where was this? In Thailand?
I mean a lilo.
You mad, you? Come on.
See ya.
Bye.
I'm fully expecting him to approach me, actually.
What's this?
Stan's met Prince James before.
1967, 11:15. So he'll know me, Tony. They never forget a face.
30 years though, Stan. I mean, they all have met quite a
No,
few.
the trade. You wait. I shan't push myself forward. I shall be very surprised if I don't hear, how's the basket whitewashing business? Just a humorous man-to-man pleasantry. And then what I can say to him, I left the army.
Put your foot where?
Foot behind. Now point it more the other way. And your head.
Hey?
Will you graciously incline your head?
Blimey, it's like rubbing your head and patting
You
your...
do, darling.
What will you do, Jean? Just bob.
What do you mean, just?
I shall probably go for the full curtsy.
Hiya. Hiya, Nita.
Because I'm very loose in the hip, you see, with my yoga sides.
There's nothing wrong with my hips. It's only 3 years since I won a rumba competition.
Yes, on a caravanserai.
I can sink as low as you like, you know.
Oh, I know you can. I was at your swimwear party. Did you practice your curtsy, Anita? Oh, Jean. Everything all right down there?
Fine, thank you.
That'll help the royal visit go with a swing. You sprawled on the lino waiting for the paramedics.
Just go and check my dry goods.
I feel guilty now.
What, for saying she couldn't curtsy?
Saying it was a caravan site. It was actually quite an upmarket all-weather holiday village.
Have you decided what bra you're going to wear?
How do you mean, bra? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean.
To meet the prince. I made a list of all my bras last night.
Did you? Why, how many have you got?
17. Then I divided my knickers into work, casual and evening. Do you ever do that?
No, but I tell you what I do. I take all the labels off my tins, then I don't know what